What is up, Need for Speed racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut, and we are here with the Mercedes-Benz 190E ASAP Rocky Edition, the hero car in Need for Speed Unbound. This is a very different vehicle from the stock 190E. So if you go into the purchase tab of this vehicle, you can buy the custom version, which you have to beat the story mode to get, or you can buy the regular one, which is the 190E. For a long time, we had not really developed many of the custom cars because they're all the same. This is the exception. The hero car has a different performance value for how it is set up, the way the game interacts with it, the way it is coded, similar to the way they just updated the Regera in the last patch. They changed the downforce and the handling characteristics of it and nerfed it, but it actually handles a lot better. That was something that was done on the code side of things, and this car is set up in a very similar way. Both 190Es side by side have very different statistics even when you put the same parts on them. So I'm going to show you that today, along with the fact that this is a base build. So we've got all of them for you. I have B, A+, S, and S+, all wrapped up into this one video so that way you can build whatever car you want for any class you want. This car legit would have dethroned any other A car I had if the Testarossa did not exist. This is a top speed car. It does really, really well on the long hauls. It's got the legs. That being said, the Testarossa is still the king of speed and still holds all the crew records, but this is a very close second. If the Testarossa didn't exist or it didn't perform the way that it currently does, this car would currently be the record holder. And so it is a very competent vehicle, not that great at B, pretty good at A, pretty crazy at A+, and then S and S+ are a little lackluster, but at the end of the day, it's the hero car. So I'll stop talking, you guys can start building, let's dig into it together. Starting off with the B version of it, the engine for all of these builds that you are going to be using, you guys, is the 2.5 liter inline 4. It is all the way to the left. It is the basic 192 brake horsepower when we start. The car comes equipped with the 2.6 liter i6. We built on that motor, I played with that motor, it just doesn't do what you need, and I'll show you that when we get to S+ here in a minute. For the parts, for the B build, you're going to be doing basic iron intake, basic iron ECU, sport bronze fuel system, basic iron exhaust, elite platinum screw supercharger. The screw was free because it's the exact same PI value as the roots, so default to the screw, it's a little better for you. Sport bronze nitrous bottle, elite platinum road suspension, sport bronze brakes, elite platinum grip tires, sport bronze, basic iron clutch, 4-speed sport bronze transmission, elite platinum differential, auxiliaries nitrous drift, nitrous grip. One thing I want to show you in the parts before I get too far ahead of myself here. This car comes equipped with the elite brakes. When you buy the hero version of the car, in the customs tab of the auto shop, if you will, or the dealer, it comes already set up for S+. You need to come in and you have to buy the crap parts to get it down to where it needs to be. So you are going to be equipped with that. You need to make sure you put the sport bronze brakes on the car. You need to make sure you come and equip the iron basic clutch because it's coming with the elite clutch. So little asterisk there, you guys, make sure that you're not just defaulting and not touching those parts. You physically have to buy those, and I just know that's going to catch a few people, so hopefully we can dial that in together. And I'm going to try to speak on that in every one of the builds because some people just skip to the build they want, so I apologize for the redundancy, but I'm trying to be clear for everyone so that way there's no questions and my comments don't get blown up with people that don't know what they're doing. For the handling, you are going to run the slider all the way to the left, 80% grip, mostly Beyonce. 2 clicks to the right, that's my steering sensitivity. You do whatever works best for you. Downforce, you can run it all the way low, you can run it all the way high. I think all the way low on this car is actually probably for the best. It's not that great at B class, so you kind of got to bring it up with as much of the, or as little of the downforce as possible to give it as much top speed opportunity as possible. Traction control off. Drift entry brake tap. That's how I roll the car. It's not too bad at B class. Mind you, it is not meta. It's not a cheese build. This car doesn't have 600, 700, 800 horsepower crammed into it at B class. So it's, you know, it's a legit car. It's not bad, but you'll get walked on if somebody else shows up in a Rosa or RSR or R34 Skyline or a Cougar. So just be aware of that, you guys. Now let's move on to A, where this thing really does start to pick up and get exciting. All right, A class. This car, like I said, would dethrone the Testarossa if the Testarossa was just a little bit slower, or if this had just a little bit better horsepower or performance. We tried it with the Sentry, we tried it with single, we tried it with dual turbos, we tried it with any way we could because it was close. We're like, we can maybe get some records with this car. It was right on the cusp. We got really excited, but we just couldn't get it to perform at the level of the Testarossa, so it sits where it's at. But I would say this is a really close second in the speed rep map. So if you want a car that's got some legs in A class, this is the one. The engine that you are running is the same motor that we're going to run in the builds. It is the 2.5 liter i4 all the way to the left, basic iron. For the parts, you are going to run Elite Platinum induction. You're going to run basic iron ECU. You are going to run basic iron fuel system. You are going to run Silver Pro exhaust. You are going to run Elite Platinum Roots supercharger. Sport Bronze nitrous bottle. Elite Platinum road suspension. You're going to swap the brakes out. You need to make sure that you buy the lower tier brakes. Don't just skip over this because your build won't be right. It comes equipped with the Elite Platinum part. You need to go purchase the Sport Bronze brakes to save you some PI points. Equip the Elite Platinum grip tires. It's going to come with the road tires. Go switch to the grip tires. This build's a little different than a lot of the others because it comes from the custom side, so we need to make sure that we're taking the regular parts that are on it and going to the lesser part in some cases to make sure that you get the right build. The clutch. It comes with the Elite clutch. You need to scale down and you need to do the basic iron clutch. Transmission, Sport Bronze 4-speed transmission. It comes with the Super 7-speed, so make sure you scale that back, you guys. Very, very important. Elite Platinum differential. Nitrous drift, nitrous grip for my auxiliaries. That's how I run it. We micro drift over here, you guys. Run the handling slider all the way to the left, 80% grip. Steering sensitivity, 2 clicks high. That's me. You do you. Some people run that. A lot of guys in my crew are running in this area. Faster guys than me run it in this area. So I would encourage you to check that out if you haven't yet, you guys. Downforce. Go all the way high, back it off 1 tick, or go all the way high and leave it. You have to be the last 2 ticks to have it at a 209. So one of these 2 spots is where you got to live. Do whatever you think is best, you guys. We were shooting for that like top speed stuff, so I was trying to give it as less downforce as possible, but this isn't like the Pagani where downforce is a really big factor in how it performs. This car, you can kind of do whatever you want. It's really not that big of a deal, but for the sake of fitting it into A class, you got to be the last 2 clicks. Traction control is off. Drift entry is brake tap. That is going to give you the A class Mercedes-Benz 190E, top speed 176, and it will do it in A class. Horsepower 363, max torque 307. The stats on this car are way deceptive. We built it, we're like, this thing looks like junk. We drove it, we're like, what the what? No way. No way it performs this way with this little bit of horsepower. It's the hero car for a reason, and the devs went and they changed some stuff on the back end so that way this car would drive way better than its stock version. Let's move on to A+. I'm going to show you the regular 190E and the hero car, ASAP Rocky's 190E, and show you the differences. Let's move into that now. All right, A+ class. I'm going to show you this car, and then I'm going to go to the garage. I'm going to equip the hero car. I want you to see the differences. I could have done this at every class. I could have started at B with this, but it was easier to do it at A+ because all the parts are the same and it kept it in the class and really just showed off everything the easiest way. So that's why I bring you this here at A+. This is the stock 190E. This is the one that if you go to the regular buy tab and you purchase just out of the garage, this is what you would get. Now, The hero car is you buy out of the customs tab. They are very separate, so make sure you're buying the right one, you guys. It's got to look like the ASAP Rocky edition when you go and purchase it. The engine that I'm running in this car is the 2.5 liter i4. You'll see that there's a lot more engines to choose from when you're selecting the stock version. The hero car's only got 3 to choose from. It's kind of weird that way. But regardless, same motor, 2.5 liter i4, 192 brake horsepower. For the parts, for this build, I'm matching the hero car version. So this isn't optimized for this car. I'm just got every single part the exact same with the same handling performance because I want you to see the differences. So I'm running bronze, gold, silver, bronze, elite platinum root supercharger. The chassis, this is the elite platinum road suspension. We have the same brakes. We have the sport bronze brakes. We have elite platinum grip tires. We have the iron basic clutch. We have, let me equip I had the wrong transmission in there. We have the sport bronze 4-speed transmission here. We have the elite platinum differential. Auxiliaries don't affect PI, but I have the same ones on there: nitrous drift, nitrous grip. For handling, I'm all the way to the left, full 80% grip. Steering sensitivity 2 clicks high. Downforce all the way high. Traction control off, brake tab. So that is going to give you a 261. Top speed 192 miles per hour. 468 horsepower, 385 torque. Quarter mile and 0 to 60 don't matter, but for the sake of showing you the difference in the cars, you'll see a quarter mile of 12.2 and a 0 to 60 of 4.2. But concentrate on the 192 top speed with the 12.2 quarter mile, okay? A261 for your PI points. Now let's go get the hero car, the ASAP Rocky edition. For the ASAP Rocky edition, we are running the same motor. It is the 2.5 liter inline 4, 192 brake horsepower. It is the same parts. It is bronze, gold, silver, bronze, elite platinum roots with elite platinum road, elite platinum grip tires, iron basic clutch, sport bronze brakes, 4-speed sport bronze transmission with the elite platinum differential. The handling's the same. Well, actually, we had to go down on the grip a little bit because it was 270. So that being said, if we go here, it's 80% grip. It puts it out of the class as opposed to staying in the class. For this build, you have to run 70% grip, but you won't notice the difference, guys. Steering sensitivity 2 clicks high, downforce all the way high. This car does 202. Same horsepower, 468, 385. Quarter mile, 12.3. 192 is what the other one did. This one does 202. This car is different. The hero version of this car is a different handling statistic, different downforce in the game, different aero. However the devs have got it coded, they are separate vehicles. That's what makes it special. That's why I built the 190E ASAP Rocky edition and brought you that one, because it is so much better than the regular 190E. So that's the differences, you guys. If I was to take that to 80% to match the other build, it takes it right out of the class. So the other one was a 261. This would be a 271. It's like 10 PI points. Pretty wild. So now we're going to do the build legit because I wanted you to see the differences, but I flew through that, so I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So the engine that you're running is the 2.5 liter inline 4 iron basic. For the parts, you're running bronze sport induction. You are running gold super ECU. You are running silver pro fuel system. You are running sport bronze exhaust. Elite platinum roots supercharger. Sport bronze nitrous bottle. Elite platinum road suspension. Sport bronze brakes. Make sure you come and buy the sport bronze brakes. It defaults to the elite platinum part. Make sure you buy these. Elite platinum grip tires. It comes with the road tires. Make sure you buy the grips. Iron basic clutch is what you need to buy and equip. It comes equipped with the elite platinum clutch. So make sure you buy the lesser clutch, otherwise it won't fit in the class. 4-speed sport bronze transmission. It comes equipped with the 7-speed. Make sure you down tune it to fit it in the class. Elite Platinum differential. Auxiliaries, nitrous drift, nitrous grip. Handling for this build, you are going to run 70%. This car is really, like I said, it's weird. You're not going to notice the difference between 70 and 80% grip. It's really odd in that side of things. Like, for the sake of 1 point, it's worth doing this. The downforce, you can only do that one spot, otherwise it takes it out of the class. So you have to be all the way high in your downforce, 70% grip, and it'll stay right there at 269, and this is the most optimal build for A+ that we could get. It is a very fast car. It will do 202 on some of the speed races. It's nuts. The Testarossa does like 213 with the speed build, and so like it walks this car, but if the Testarossa is not built right or somebody has a lesser version, you'll walk them down in this. So you might check out the hero version of this car, you guys. I know this A+ build was long-winded, but I wanted you guys to see the differences because they are very different cars, and that's what's kind of exciting. So it's the only car in the customs tab that is like that. All the rest, it's either the stock version or not. Now, there is a couple of tricks for some of the cars to get them down into different classes where they shouldn't be because of the custom version having different engine options or different part configurations. But that being said, it wasn't like a big advantage to do that, so that's why I haven't brought you those. But just know that we have played there. That being said, that is going to give you the A+, A269, ASAP Rocky Hero car, 202 top speed in A+. It'll do it. It's fast, you guys. 468 on the horsepower, 385 on the torque. The numbers don't match the way the car performs. This literally drives like it's got double those stats. Anyway, let's move on to S. Alright, here we are at S. We're almost done. This car is good at S, but it is not the F40, the F1, the 1971 Skyline. This is kind of a mid-tier car. It's good, but it's not like meta-setting, record-breaking status. So just full disclosure there. But it is very, very good. So let's dig into the build, give it a try. But if you are legit with your money, you're not balling out of control, you don't just have money to throw away on stuff, you might pass on the S version of this car, unless you just love the car. If you love the car, go build it and dominate. You'll be fine. But if you're not, if you're saving your money, you can only buy a couple of cars every now and then, I'd pass on the S version. The engine, same as all the others, 2.5 liter inline 4. It is the basic iron engine. For the parts, you are running Silver Pro induction. You are running Elite Platinum ECU. You're running Elite Platinum fuel system, Elite Platinum exhaust, Elite Platinum screw supercharger. Gave us the most torque and gave it the overall best chance to get up to its top speed and get out of those low gears. We tried it with the roots. That last point you really can't do anything with, so the screw was a better way to use your PI. Sport Bronze nitrous, Elite Platinum road suspension. Take the brakes. It comes equipped with the Elites. Make sure you go buy the Sport Bronze brakes. I know I'm going to catch somebody on that and they're going to comment. So I tried to tell you guys. Elite Platinum grip tires. It comes equipped with the roads. Make sure you buy the grips. Otherwise, you're going to be like, man, Cornnut, my car's 331. I don't know why. This is why. Iron Basic clutch. It comes equipped with the Elite Platinum clutch. Make sure you buy the Iron Basic, you guys. 4-speed transmission, Sport Bronze. It comes with the 7. Make sure you buy the 4. I'm just dreading my comment section, you guys. It's going to be terrible. People that don't pay attention. Elite Platinum differential. Auxiliaries, nitrous drift, nitrous grip. That's how I run it. Micro drift all the way, baby. We're running 75% grip on this build. You cannot go to 80. It doesn't work, doesn't fit in the class. And so if you want the screw, you need to do it with 75% grip. You are going to run whatever steering sensitivity you're comfortable with. I run 2 clicks high. Downforce, go all the way high, back it off 1. This car is finicky. That's the only place that we could get it to work and be happy and still have high enough torque or high enough downforce. This car, you can do it in the middle. Right there, dead set middle with the 75% grip, that's 329. At S, you want to have as much downforce on this build as you can get. So run it high, back it off 1, That's $329 as well. I think that's a good way to set up the car. But you can play with that downforce slider a little bit, fit it into the class any way you think you're comfortable with. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. That is going to give you the S. Here, ASAP Rocky Hero Car 190E, 222 top speed, maybe. Doesn't really get there on much of the tracks. 638 on the horsepower, 508 on the torque. Those stats are really deceptive. Like, it seems like it's a very low threshold for the horsepower and the torque, but the car is just, it's coded different, you guys. It does pretty well. It's kind of surprising. Let's move on to the final, S+. I do want you guys to take note, 638 is our horsepower and 508 is our torque at S. Here we are at S+. This is the final build of the base builds. It's lackluster at S+, just like a lot of the cars, you guys. Go buy the Infinity. That car is a slayer. This thing is not a slayer. But let me show you what we've got. For the engines, this is the only time you are going to run the 2.6 liter inline 6 out of the base builds. I tried all three engines, so if you go all the way to the right, the 2.8 liter flat 6, 610 for your horsepower, just a little bit more than the S version. If you build the 2.5 liter i4 with all elite parts, 669 is your horsepower. So we're adding like 60 ponies to the S car versus S+. So like, you could almost race the S version of this and beat the S+ version. Like, they're that close. At least this version has a substantial jump in performance. So 2.6 liter inline 6, it's going to give you 716 once you're done with the build. For the parts, it's Elite Platinum everything. We're at S+, so just slap everything in there you can. It is Elite Platinum induction. It is Elite Platinum ECU. It is Elite Platinum fuel system. It is Elite Platinum exhaust. Elite Platinum single turbo. If we go through these and you look, centrifugal gives you a little more torque, less horsepower, and it doesn't turn on until like a very small window, so you don't want Sentry. The screw supercharger is good. It gives you more torque on the low end. It's going to help the car get out of the corners, but you suffer a lot on the high end. It doesn't allow this car to really get to its top speed. Mind you, it really doesn't anyway, so for S+, kind of, nobody really should be building this car and trying to be competitive anyway, so there's that asterisk in there. But regardless, I don't think the screw was very good. Single turbo at least gets you above 700 horsepower, so it's about 100 more than the S version, so that's a good step. But that being said, it's lackluster. The duals are okay. You lose a little horsepower, gain a little bit more torque, but at the top end of things, when you're running Big O, you want to have that top speed. And this is just a lesser version of the screw. So really, at the end of the day, guys, if we're looking at PI points, the single turbo and the duals, it says the duals are better, but at the end of the day, I really think the single, if you're going to build it for S+, is the way to go. Elite Platinum nitrous. Elite Platinum road suspension. Elite Platinum brakes. Those you don't have to buy. It comes free. Elite Platinum grip tires. You want the grippy boys. It comes with the roads. Do whatever you think is best, you guys, but I really think you want the grips. Elite Platinum clutch. It comes with it. You don't have to buy it. It's free or included. It comes with the 7-speed. Leave it equipped. We tried some testing with the other transmissions. 7-speed's the way to go. Elite Platinum differential. Nitrous drift, nitrous grip, those are my auxiliaries. For the handling, run it all the way to the left, 80% grip. Steering sensitivity, I run 2 clicks high. Downforce, run it all the way high, run it all the way low. Do whatever you want. I didn't notice a difference at all at S+. The car's just kind of gonna do whatever it wants, and you're gonna just get beat up by a bunch of other fast cars in S+, so keep that in mind. It doesn't do good on the short track, it definitely doesn't do good on the long end, so just be aware. Traction control off, drift entry, brake tap. That is going to round out the base builds for the hero car, the 190E. Guys, when you are buying this car, you buy it from the customs tab. You're going to go here, you're going to go all the way over, and you are going to buy it right there. $350,000 for the story mode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you haven't. I greatly appreciate all you guys with your support. It makes me feel great. You guys have been super generous with your donations. It brings a tear to my eye almost. Like, it's to have you guys helping me out is truly amazing. I really do appreciate it. Helping me pay my bills, you guys. So thank you. I'm just playing Need for Speed and trying to help you guys out. So it warms my heart in a big way. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.